What trickery is this? Mal'Ganis! I don't know how you survived, but
Calm yourself, Prince Arthas. I am Tichondrius. Like Mal'Ganis, I am a Dreadlord. But I am not your enemy. In truth, I've come to congratulate you.
Congratulate me?
By killing your own father and delivering this land to the Scourge, you have passed your first test. The Lich King is pleased with your enthusiasm.
Yes. I've damned everyone and everything I've ever loved in his name. And I still feel no remorse, no shame, no pity.
The rune blade that you carry was forged by the Lich King and empowered to steal souls. Yours was the first one it claimed.
Then I'll make do without one. What is the Lich King's will?
The cult of the damned must be rallied once again. Many of the acolytes have been in hiding amongst the populace. Once you've rallied them, I will give you further instructions.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
Greetings, great lord. Our master, Kel'Thuzad, told us that you would come.
Kel'Thuzad? How could he have known it?
Be wary. If the townsfolk see your undead minions,
Mercy,
they'll
my
call
lord.
the local guards
I
to
live
stop you. Only to serve, great
Your pain shall be legendary.
Prince Arthas, arm yourselves!
This is more like it.
The undead! Sound the alarm!
Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last.
Help!
Finally.
The undead have returned!
You will know endless torment. This is more like it. Ah, at last. I'll make sure
Mercy,
you
my
suffer.
lord.
Finally.
Seek out the local graveyards. Those buried there will serve you well. I shall be your eyes.
Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last.
My sight is yours. All shall
What
be
is it now?
revealed.
Tread lightly. This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne.
I shall be your eyes. I go unseen. Let's see.
No one orders me around. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
I bow to your will.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally.
How could you murder your own father?
What needs revealing?
Tread lightly. What is it now? Speak, fool. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
The dead have risen again.
This is more like it.
I bow to your
Frostmourne
will.
hungers.
I shall be your eyes.
No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Mercy,
Sound
my
the
lord.
alarm.
Faithless coward. Ah, at last.
My sight is yours.
Tread
I
lightly.
live only to serve.
This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Frostmourne
What needs
hungers.
revealing? I go
No one orders
unseen.
me around. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Help!
My
The
sight
undead
is
have
only to
returned.
serve.
The
At
dead have
last.
risen again. Guards!
Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
What needs revealing?
No one orders me around. Finally.
I live
This is more like
only
it.
to serve, great lord.
I'm in luck. These graves were dug recently. Arise in the name of the Lich King. This is more like it. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly.
My sight is yours.
No one orders me around. What is it now?
I shall be your eyes. I'll look into it.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
The damned
Fine.
stand ready.
Now, Frostmourne. This is more like it. Finally. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Say your prayers.
Frostmourne hungers.
Run!
Finally. At last. This is more like it.
My life,
At
Bonezu.
last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
I live
at
only
last.
to serve, great lord.
Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around.
I live
This is
only
more
to
like
serve,
it.
great lord.
At last. This is more like it. Finally.
I live
This
only
is
to
more
serve,
like
great lord.
Finally. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Help!
At
The
last.
undead have returned.
For the Lich King. You will know.
You betrayed us all.
This is more like it. Speak, fool. No one orders me around.
Faithless coward.
At last. This is more like it.
The undead!
At
Sound
last.
the alarm!
The damned
Finally.
stand ready.
Frostmourne.
Kill them all!
At last.
I'll make sure you suffer.
For the Lich King. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Finally. Speak, fool.
My
The
life
damned
stands ready.
At last. Finally.
You will know endless torment.
This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer.
I shall be your eyes.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
Mercy, my lord.
At last.
I live only to
Finally.
serve, great lord.
At last.
Mercy, my lord.
Speak, fool. Finally. At
The
last.
damned stand ready.
This is more like it.
Our
What is
forces
it
are under
now?
attack.
Well done, Death Knight. The cult is nearly assembled.
Lordaeron lies in ashes. What good are these cultists to us now?
They will aid you in your next undertaking.
And what's that?
You will go to Underhall and recover the remains of the Acolyte's former master, the Necromancer, Kel'Thuzad.
What the hell is that?
This crude contraption will allow you to transport the remains of our master.
Can you not simply raise the remains when we find them?
Pardon, Lord, but a being of Kel'Thuzad's power can only be reanimated at a nexus of powerful ley energies, and there are no such places in this land.
Very well then. Let's move out. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. What is it now? Tread lightly. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Now, Frostmourne. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Arthas! Stop this madness before it's too late.
Stand aside, brother. I've come to collect some old bones and I don't wish to be disturbed. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one orders me around. Finally. At last. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. At last.
I can't believe that we ever called you brother.
I knew it was a mistake to accept a spoiled prince into our order. You've made a mockery of the Silver Hand.
What is it now? For the Lich King. Frostborn hungers. At last. Speak, fool. What is it now? Speak, fool. What is it now?